Okay, so this afternoon I'm going to demonstrate how to skin a snake very easily, just a real standard method. This is an albino corn snake that I picked up the other day, and somebody found it in their garage. It was already deceased when I picked it up, although I wasn't sure. I thought it might be brumating, so because it doesn't have any signs of decay or anything like that, but I think it was injured in the garage during the process of discovery, unfortunately. And in any case, now it's clearly dead. So I'm going to skin it. I would, show you how to clean the snake for eating, but in this case, because I don't really know for sure how the snake died, it's a really bad idea to eat it, because this snake could have eaten, for instance, a mouse that had been poisoned by rodenticide or something like that. So I don't want to go there with the snake, and plus I don't know how long it's really been dead. It's been cold around here in southern Alberta, so the snake actually could have been deceased a while. So what you need for tools are a knife, really just a knife if you want, but I also like to use scissors. Knife, scissors, these are kind of bulky. If you got a smaller, sharper pair of scissors, it's even better. And a plastic bag to put the body and the guts in, I mean the muscles and the bone and the guts and all that stuff in afterwards. So I'm going to move the camera up here, get a close-up shot. First thing I do is cut the head off. There are snakes where I have tried to keep the head intact, but in this case I'm just going to cut it off. And even actually, if you just cut around, you don't necessarily have to cut through that backbone. You could keep the head attached, but a lot of times if you're working with venomous snakes or something, the best procedure is cut off the head and put it away, get it away, so that you don't end up getting accidentally envenomated. Put away my dad for a second. Once you got the head off, then what you want to do is cut straight down through the belly scales. And I cut right through the middle of the belly scales. Some people will want, depending on what you want to do with the skin, you might want to keep the belly scales intact and kind of cut off to the side of them, but I cut right down the middle of them. You cut all the way down. This is where the scissors is really handy. You can do this with a knife, but the scissors is best. Keep it right up against the skin in the inside here. That way you don't cut open any of the organs. Especially you don't want to cut open the stomach, the intestines, these kind of organs that are going to, especially if you're going to eat the snake. But in any case, it's going to release all kinds of bacteria, and you don't know what you're going to end up getting. As you can see, I'm not wearing any gloves. You could wear latex gloves if you wanted, just to keep yourself especially clean, but I'm not too worried about that myself. So the tricky part is when you get to the cloaca up here, which is the ventral system for the snake, where it uses the washroom. So there's a little bit of a tricky cut around the cloaca, and when you're skinning it, when you're peeling off the skin, it gets a little tricky there too. Down here in the tail, this one's got a very sharp little tail. Here you might prefer using the knife to do the last little bit. It's about as far down as we're going to get with it with any ease. So now what you do is you go back up to the top where the head was, and you start peeling backward. Grab the muscle in the neck and stuff, and try to get the skin to start just coming right off of there. once you get it started, it gets real easy, but to get it started can be a little bit slippery and tough at first. This one seems to be much more sticky up toward the top of the neck than is typical. Of course, I've never skinned a corn snake before, but they're all the same. There we go. Now we're starting to come off. Yeah, once the skin starts to peel off like this, then it's very easy. Then it's very easy. You just keep a hold of one side and you peel back. Keep a hold of the muscle. Take it slow so you don't rip anything, because the skin is strong, but it will rip if you really manhandle it, you know. There's a tendon in here. Right here you might feel that tendon. Try to get that tendon out of there, because that'll cause issues. Just peel it down. You can see it's not a lot of blood. It's not a big mess. Pretty straightforward. Wow. Wow. It looks like this snake was full of eggs. Look at this. Look at this. All of these yellow here, I believe, are eggs. Let me see just how many. So it looks like we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, possibly 14 eggs. Possibly 14 eggs, so this was not a he at all, this is a she. Yeah, it makes it all the more unfortunate that she got loose. She was probably being specifically bred. They do, snake people do breed these albinos. Because for some reason people like to buy albinos. I don't know why, but so they breed them, and she was probably being bred for that purpose. Now this is cutting around the cloaca again. Here you have a lot of kind of muscular attachments, and actually I can smell a little bit of musk coming out of there. This is where you got to be careful, because a lot of times you'll break the skin right here at the cloaca. Much more gingerly here. Make sure you separate the muscular attachments and tendons there so that you don't break the skin. There we go. Alright, so that's how to skin a snake. I'm going to then clean the skin, which is not a difficult process. And I'm going to throw away the body part. A lot of good eggs. Pretty unfortunate. But what can you do? So yeah, real easy snake skinning, and cleaning and tanning is just as easy. You can check out my channel. I've got videos on how to tan snake skins. It's a real easy process. Takes a little while. Time-wise, it's just a waiting process. The actual steps don't take long at all, but you got to let the process, the snake kind of sit in the tanning solution for a bit. But yeah, I do have videos on that. You can look how to tan a snake skin. It's really straightforward. And if you like this video, if you found it worthwhile, click like. If you want to see more of this kind of content and all kinds of nature ecology and traditional skills content, then subscribe to the channel. Thank you.